Time is now 6 o'clock on the 26th day of February, and this regular meeting of the El Campo Independent School District Board of Trustees is now called to order. Let the record show that the meeting was duly posted and that we have a quorum of members present. If everybody would please stand, I'd like to say a prayer, and we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. Please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we are thankful for your presence in our lives and ask for your continued blessings and grace as we do the important work that we have before us here tonight. Grant us the wisdom and clarity needed to make sound decisions that will benefit our students and community. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have no public comment tonight, I understand.
Did anyone want to make a public comment that did not sign up to do a public comment, just in case? Okay, we're good.
Okay, we're going to go to recognition then.
We're going to do the swim team first.
Swim team first. Okay, well, that makes sense. Looks like this is beginning to be a annual event here. We got a really good swim program because they're showing up here just about every year. So,
Yeah, I don't know. Paul, are you going to introduce Coach Garner or Coach Reeve?
I think Coach Reeve will.
Okay. Just checking.
As you said, Coach Garner doesn't need any introduction. He's here every year with a group of kids, and this group has obviously had a great year. And Coach Garner does a great job in leading that program, along with Denise Anderson this year, helping out as well. And as our athletic director, I just want to say to our student athletes, congratulations on a great year. Y'all really represented El Campo in a tremendous way. To our parents, thank you very much for your support of not only your students, but also our program. To our school board, thank you for your support in all that you do that allows this to happen. Our administration, from Mr. Callahan all the way down. So y'all didn't come here to hear me, so Coach Garner, I'm going to give you the floor. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
All right, this was the largest group. Ever since they reclassified swimming for 4A and down, this is the third year, this was the largest group of swimmers we took to state. We only had one who got a medal or a ribbon, but the good part of that is out of the whole swim team, we don't have any seniors. We only have 3 juniors, and all the rest are sophomore and freshmen. So wow. That's a good thing. Hopefully we'll be back here year after year after year for a few more years anyway. Looking forward to it. Our one person who got the ribbon was our diver, Luke Dorniak. He got 4th place in the 1 meter boys diving. Some of the other boys team, the relay of Joey Freeman, Evan Vasquez, Gus Respondic, and Julian Aguirre. These guys were the boys relay team. In the medley relay, they got 13th, and in the 200 free relay, they got 14th. Some of them that had also qualified for individual events. Evan Vasquez got 11th in the boys 50 free. Gus Respondic got 15th in the boys 100 fly. And then in the boys 100 backstroke, Gus got 15th and Joey got 16th. Overall, there were 39 schools represented at state, and these boys as a team finished 16th.
Wow.
All right, for the girls, the relay of
Do you want to take a picture? Do you want to take a picture of just the boys first and hand out their? And while Valerie is taking their picture, I just wanted to mention to everyone in the audience that this would not be possible without the collaboration and the cooperation of the city with the Aquatic Center. So we really would like to make sure that the city is aware of our appreciation for their responsibility in providing us a place to allow these kids to swim every day.
Boys, if you can fold your folder open and to the back so your name shows, that'd be great. All right, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Great job.
All right, for the girls' team, the relay of Cody Klatt, Kate Chilton, Molly Freeman, and Caroline Little. In the medley relay, these girls got 11th, and in the 200 free relay, they got 16th. The 400 free relay included Olivia Wingler, Kinsley Kudala, Molly Freeman, and Sophie Porter. In the 400 free relay, these girls got 16th. And then for the girls who also qualified for individual events, Cody Klatt got 15th in the girls 50 free. Kate Chilton got 16th in the girls 100 free. And then Cody got 13th in the girls 100 back. And Kate got 13th in the girls 100 breaststroke. Overall, the girls as a team finished 23rd out of 40 schools that were represented at state.
All right, open them and so I can see your names. Okay, Molly, can you fold your back part down so it's not covering Olivia? Oh, there you go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you.
Coach Garner, thanks for all of your hard work with all of these athletes, and tell Coach Anderson the same thing. Parents, thank you for being so supportive. I know that there's early mornings and lots of weekends involved, and so we're really proud of our swim program, and we hope that all of you stay with it, ladies and gentlemen, since you're all still so young. Thank you. You can go, I mean, you can grab a picture.
Here, I got it.
I'll take Valerie will do it.
Don't get me in it, Miss Valerie.
All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, ready?
Paul, next we should have the Houston Livestock and Show Art students.
Yes, our art teacher, Megan McDonald, was not able to be here, but high school rodeo art, y'all would come in.
Yes. Valerie, while they're all coming in, did you posted the art pictures on the website?
Yeah.
From the, did we? I thought we did.
I think so. Yes, you
I
did.
saw them.
You did.
Well,
They're on Facebook. They're in the.
Yeah.
They were on.
I mean, they don't even look like
They're on our website, yes.
Okay, so you might want to tell everybody where they can be found.
They're in the live feed, if you want to go click on that and then scroll through.
They're very, very good. Y'all need to look them
In our
up.
board book, it's like page 4,
Yep.
Yeah,
right at the beginning.
they're with our, they were in our board.
But students, when I call your name, go ahead and come up, please, and I think Mr. Dortek, you have a certificate for?
I do.
All right. Valoria Gonzalez, and I think her project was titled Colors of the Soul. Delaney Koshin. And hers was a clucker of many colors. Itzel Gonzalez, Don't Mess with Bob.
That's me, I guess.
And then Sophia Corona, and it was Homes at the Ready. Well,
Everybody's busy.
but they had very good. But then now I'll turn it over to Ms. Fellers and for the junior high.
Those are beautiful.
Okay, I'm going to introduce one of our junior high art teachers, Pam Clapp. Pam has been instrumental, along with Carly Kerpeck, at getting the middle school involved in the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo art contest. This is only our second year to compete, and due to some wonderful students, we have definitely made a name for ourselves there. So I'm going to turn it over to Pam to tell you about the individual students.
Okay, so let's see. These are 2 8th grade girls. Vivian, this is her second year. Come on, Vivian. You got your best in show. Look at this.
Second year, repeat.
that she gets. She did a beautiful watercolor, and I can. What was the title of that again?
I forgot.
Well, it's very beautiful, and if you go to the rodeo, it is displayed during the rodeo. So if you ever you do that. And then Nancy Beechwood, you get
Stay up here.
a gold medal. And do you remember the name of yours?
No.
So she did a watercolor, and Nancy did a really cool Prismacolor.
Isolated indigo.
Okay. Thanks, Mom. Okay.
Oh.
You guys both.
Good for you.
Okay, yeah, they did awesome, and we're really proud of them.
Stand in the middle.
Valerie, do we have those on our website?
I have not received those, no.
Okay. Well, that'll
But
be
I
our.
will.
I sent them in an email.
And Adam.
Yeah, that'd be a good to see.
Vivian, open yours up.
Yeah, I know you got a lot going on there.
Yeah.
And can you pull
There
your
you go.
medal in front of you so we can see, or to the side there? Perfect. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Good job.
Schools to watch.
Okay.
Ms. Fellers.
All right. Y'all probably get tired of me telling you how great the middle school is.
No, we don't.
But I'm going to tell you some more, because it's really good, and now everybody knows it. So, we've got lots of middle school teacher here, representation too. Stand up if you're here with the middle school. Look at this. These people are part, Pam Clapp, Moses, Derek, you might still be out here. These teachers are wonderful. So let me tell you what, we had the opportunity. Actually, we were asked to apply to something called Schools to Watch. And I'm a member, as all of our administrators are, of TASSP, Texas Association of Secondary School Principals. And that is kind of how someone said, would you be interested in applying for this? We've presented at the summer workshop for TASSP multiple years in a row. This year we presented on our discipline system and provided the data about how our discipline system had been changing things and reducing the number of teacher referrals. I believe it was 26% that we had seen difference in 1 year. And so they asked me if we might be interested. So let me just tell you just real quick, I'm not gonna read much to you, but I'm gonna read you like, what is it? The Texas Association of Secondary School Principals and the National Forum to Accelerate Middle Grades Reform recognize that effective middle schools differ significantly from elementary and secondary schools in curriculum and instruction, preparation of teachers and administrators, and organization of time and space. In this era of educational reform and rising expectations, this program seeks to identify high-performing, high-impact middle schools to serve as comprehensive models from which other schools can learn and be inspired. The criteria used to evaluate and select schools have been developed by the National Forum to Accelerate Middle Grades Reform and are uniform throughout all states participating in the program. A Texas Schools to Watch is a school that consistently has moved to meet fully the nationally endorsed criteria for high-performing middle schools, one that has made marked progress in meeting all of these criteria, including measurable gains in the academic achievement of all students over time, and is committed to continuous improvement. These schools will serve as models and mentors for other schools seeking improvement. So, I'm gonna be honest, if I had known the depth of the application process, I don't know that I would have done it. It was multiple things that they asked us to provide data and information about in essay format. And so things would say like, write a 6-page essay on blah, blah, blah. Write a 10-page essay on, and so it's a really extensive application. And just when I kind of thought the fun was coming to conclusion, well, and a part of that essay too, we had to have a writing team, we had to have an editing team, we had to have a data collection team. So these were different teams, like data collection was like counselors and APs, and some PEMS people, and then we had a writing team that was teachers, we had an editing team, it was a whole nother set of teachers, and so then we send this thing off, and then we made it to the next step. And in the next step, they told us we had to create, that they were going to come for a visit. They were going to be an all-day, a committee of them were going to come for a visit to see, and that we had to create a 15-panel parent, we had a 15-person parent panel, a 15-person student panel, and it was like a cross-section of like different students that were part of different subpopulations, and then a 15-person teacher panel, and then an administrative meeting. So the day was very scheduled. At 8 a.m. I want to meet with administrators. At 9 a.m. I want to meet with parents. And they wouldn't let us in the room. It was like the panel and the parents, and they were shut me out, which was fine. It rolled like that. And then they, after all of those meetings were conducted, I think the students were the last day and teachers were after school, but after they did administrative and parents and sent them on their way, the committee split up, and they went into every single teacher classroom. Every single teacher classroom. And this, what I'm going to share with you, and again, I'm not trying to overwhelm you, but I am trying to brag a little bit. This is what came back to us after we were notified that we had, we're going to be honored with the award. And again, I'm not going to read that to you, but I highlighted some key points, and I just wanted to show you that. So, we received the award, they sent us that, and now we had to put a celebration day on the calendar. You'll all receive an invitation. It's in the middle of May. I want to say it's May 6th, so don't quote me right there, but we're supposed to invite our state representatives, the mayor, you all, the members of the committee of each one of the panels, parents, students, teachers. We're going to do it at 3 p.m. We'll just do an assembly. Hopefully all the local dignitaries who can be there will be there. And then we'll have a reception at 3:30 then with just like cake and punch. So we're pretty excited about that. They also sent this, which is actually a press release. And I just kind of highlighted the important, is there someone here from the press? There you go. That's the press release that goes with it, with just our what they're gonna, kind of what's bragging, I just highlighted that in the center paragraph to tell you what it is. And the second paragraph there where I'm highlighting, we are gonna receive this award on March 4th at the Making Middle School Matter Symposium in Austin. They also invited me to go to Washington, D.C., no expenses paid, to receive the award at the national level. I've gone ahead on behalf of the budget to decline the national presentation, but our name and will be said out loud at the national forum. This year, we're going to receive the award at the Making Middle School Matter Symposium, and then we're going to be presenting on something that is going well at the middle school. We'll be presenting at next year's symposium. I'm going to shorten that so I don't have to say that again. And this year, we are on the docket to present again for TASSP, and now for Schools to Watch. We're going to be presenting this, or what we've submitted, our proposal for presentation this summer would be on our PBIS system that has to do with our bird bucks and our bird buck events, our bird buck store, and the data for attendance and discipline that we feel that has impacted. So thank you for your time. But I want to tell you, I've worked in some other districts. I've worked in a few, probably one or two more than the average person. And I've been exposed to a lot. And I will tell you, we have wonderful, wonderful middle school. We were really commended on the setup of the assistant principal and the counselor in each grade level hallway for the ratios, which I know are low. The student to AP ratio, the counselor to student ratio is low, but at the middle school it's making a real difference, and that's giving us the opportunity to make the strides that would allow us to be recognized. So I want to thank you very, very much for that on behalf of the entire campus. And I want to tell you, again, I know you already know this, but I want to tell you, we have an outstanding staff who every day show up to work with the most difficult years of a person's life. Nobody turns 30 and says, you know what I want to go back to? I want to go back to middle school. That was really fun. Because it's a really difficult time of life. And I have a staff that shows up every day with a smile on their face and loves those kids through all kinds of stuff. And they're just wonderful. And that's the reason why we're being recognized, is because those people show up and show out for El Campo community, even on the days that it's super hard. They're there for us, and they make a difference in kids' lives. So on behalf of all of the middle school people that are here, you tell your other peeps, like, you are wonderful.
Sandy, can we get all of you and the middle school staff right here in the front? So
I love that idea.
Great job.
Valerie.
Let's get our tall guys in the back.
The boot. The boot.
Very good. Did I lose Danny? Are you gonna go in there?
Sandy needs to be in the middle.
Patrick, you need to get in the back.
Yes, you're tall.
He wanted to be in the front.
I know, but he's tall. Gotta get Danny in there too.
Y'all are good. Can you see everybody? There? Okay. Yeah, Pam, stay right there.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Let me get where you're at. Just 'cause heads are kind of in the way of other heads. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
And now we have Miss Starry with our remarkable Ricebirds.
Yes, so we had 3 remarkable Ricebirds that we just recently honored. Super excited about them. You know, I love bringing this to the board every time we get to announce them. Sandy, do you want to speak on Miss Terry? Or I'd be happy to if you don't want to.
Okay, hey, listen, we have a teacher on our campus that is an very experienced teacher who never fails to be willing to try something new. And that is That's a really cool thing, when you have a teacher that has that much experience, that much knowledge, that much just really hold on her pedagogy, that she would still always be the first person to jump on board. I don't care what, if it was capturing kids' hearts, she was the first person to step out and lead in that. If it is, hey, we want to do this CTT thing and we need strong leaders, she jumped out in that. She's always that person. But something really cool, I know at least one of her nominations came from this. We talked a little bit as teacher leaders about welcoming new people on staff. And, you know, giving them, reducing the anxiety of being the new teacher on the block. Where do I eat lunch? What do I do? And I want you to know, as always, Kim heard an opportunity to grow and to be something to somebody. And she did immediately. She took those little whippersnappers that are, you know, straight out of college, some of them this particular year, and she scooped them up. She took them to the local restaurant for lunch. She had a place for them to sit. She gave tours. She made sure they had their papers. They knew what was going on. They were being taken care of, and they felt so welcomed on campus. Kim was building relationships with these young people, which will help with retention. It absolutely will if they feel connected to the campus. She was doing that from the first day of new teacher report all the way through the semester. And we actually had a new teacher that joined us even in February. And who do you think, again, is stepping out to say, hey, my name is, here's what we do this, what can I do for you, how can I help you? So that, for that reason and many others, Kim was nominated and has received remarkable Ricebirds. So Kim, there you go.
Hang on, Kim, we
Oh,
gotta.
no. Get out of there, Anthony.
Can I go stand with her too?
You certainly may.
Oh, good.
Jump.
Good. Wait, hold on. Kate, this is one of Kate's most favorite teachers.
Okay. We'll just make it a party, Miss Smith.
I know, why not?
Miss Castillo is wondering that we have parties like this at every board meeting.
Very good.
Thank you. And then we have Miss Wortham, and we had two of them at Northside, so I'm going to let her introduce herself.
So I'm super excited and honored to celebrate our staff that were recognized at Northside. So to start, I'll start with Miss Doris. She's a part of our 5th grade reading team, and she's also one of our process champions. And so anytime you step into Miss
Bring
Doris's
her up.
classroom.
Oh, she's got to come up first. You can't be talking about all that stuff and not have her be up here.
We're doing this together. We got this, okay? This is, anytime you walk into a classroom, you can see her dedication and the environment that she creates for her students to just take it to a whole other level is 100% all the time. And so not only when you go into her classroom and you're seeing what these kids are able to do, she makes it look easy. And so she hardly ever will give herself the credit that we all see. Never. But what she brings to our team and what she offers our children is truly remarkable. So I'm extremely proud to celebrate Miss Doris tonight as a remarkable Ricebird.
Oh, wait. I'm going to embarrass you a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm not one to speak up, but my son Wolfgang has her for a teacher. And she's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wolfgang actually wanted to come.
Yes, he put it on his calendar.
Yeah. So she's wonderful. And I know Wolfgang's going to miss her next year, but I get her one more year.
Yes.
Because my son will be there. So thank you. Thank you for everything.
Very welcome. All right. Are you?
Come on, Miss.
Yeah, you can take a picture. Miss Wortham.
Come on, Miss.
Dorothy.
Dorton, Miss. Oh, you're gonna let him go first. And while they're taking that picture, I want to make sure that everybody is aware that Valerie marks each and every one of the frames when we change a topic or a person. She'll put a little tick mark on the video, so tomorrow you can take that little segment and show it to your campuses, or people can view it. So it's a really great opportunity. Yes, ma'am, that's what happens. So it's in posterity, so please take the time to share this with your campuses and with parents and people so that they see what a great job our teachers do.
So, we have another remarkable educator on our campus, and so we're recognizing this evening Miss Donna Dipple. She's a part of our... So one of the most incredible things about Miss Dipple is that she has an extremely challenging position working with students that need that extra support. But her genuosity and how much she cares about all of our students extends past just that small group that she works with. So she actually takes care of every single person in the building, every kid, every adult. And so even on the hardest of hard days, you're gonna find her in the hallway with a smile, checking on anybody who's around. So I'm, again, very proud to celebrate such a remarkable educator, and I'm so glad that you're at Northside. Ms. Donna Dipple.
And while they're taking those pictures, I just want to remind everybody that the leadership at the campus, in this case Ms. Wortham or Ms. Fellers or whomever are the remarkable Ricebirds, is partially due to how they conduct the climate on their campus. And I also need to make sure that everybody's aware of all the effort that Ms. Starry puts into making sure we recognize these individuals throughout the school year. So thanks to all of you.
Yeah, great job, everybody.
And I know school board business is extremely exciting, so I'm sure all of you want to remain for the... What happened?
Oh, we saw that yesterday.
Oh, yeah, didn't we?
At the time of the year.
Aggie basketball playing in Vanderbilt, I gotta go.
Go.
Sorry.
Whoop it up, whoop it up.
Conrad, you gonna stay for the meeting?
Grandma, Conrad, we're taking
Okay, we can go to
Consent agenda?
I guess organized.
Eleanor might try to take over. You
That's awesome. Says a lot. She didn't want me.
Okay, consent agenda, everybody knows what it is, I'm not gonna read it all. Is there anyone that would like to pull anything out of the consent agenda? Everybody's been given background material on those items of a reoccurring nature. And if not, I'll entertain a motion that we approve the consent agenda. Kathy, you got a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Susan, thank you. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Anybody opposed? Motion passes. We'll move on.
1, 2, 3, remarkable.
6A1.
Consideration and approval of Bluebonnet learning.
Ms. Starry.
Yes, all right. So last year we asked you to approve Amplify for, we did part of kindergarten and 1st through 3rd grade. And it worked very well. We're seeing progress with it. Of course, we know long-term progress is what we're really looking for, so we're still in the roots of it. But TEA has taken Amplify and some other vendors, publishers, I guess, and they have made it their own, and it's called Bluebonnet Learning. And so we want to transition to Bluebonnet Learning now. So basically, it's not a huge change for those that were already doing Amplify. A few minor things, but we want to extend it and go to 4th and 5th grade as well. So it will now be kindergarten through 5th grade for ELA, and for math, it would just be 1st grade through 3rd grade. So we're asking y'all to approve that tonight if I think it's a benefit for our students. It also has a transition plan that we have to have approved as well, to use what they call the Open Education Resource Funding. That's a new entitlement that we just received in December, and that money can only be spent on Bluebonnet. So we'll lose the money if we don't use it. So it's not going to be an added expense anywhere. Anything that's over that, we've already have budgeted in our thing for under early education funds. We did not get the LASSO grant award to cover a bulk of this. However, there's still a second award that could be given to us in March or possibly even in May. So there's still a chance we could get more funding to cover this. But right now, to cover the curriculum itself, we already have the funding to do that.
Is this curriculum that what I'm reading about the Christian and the...
Yes, yes. So what I would tell you is we're not looking to do anything controversial. Anytime we've come across anything, even in the Amplify, we haven't come across anything biblical like that, but we've come across some things that we felt the content wasn't, in the moment, wasn't appropriate, or, you know, wasn't necessary, because it wasn't the teak that the kids were learning, right? It was the content being used to teach the teak. So we made adjustments, and that would be our plan going forward. We're not looking to, like, we would adjust how we would need to.
Thank you.
Yes.
And can I add, because I think it's important that everyone knows the amount of time that Alicia has put into this. But I also want to mention that 3 of the board members attended Wharton County Day at the Capitol. I think that they were, there was great interest expressed from Mr. Irwin, who has gone before, and he suggested highly that people go if they had the opportunity. During our meetings yesterday with Senator Huffman and specifically with Representative Buckley, he mentioned Bluebonnet Learning, and so you all heard that, and I was asked, and Alicia was bringing it to you tonight. So this seems to be a good opportunity for a consistent curriculum from K through 5.
This is really not an expense. I mean, we
No,
put
it's
money
not.
into
It's
it.
not. And the beauty of it is this, they've added this entitlement that's gonna cover almost half the cost of it. And we, like I said, if we don't use it, we're gonna lose it, so.
I move that we approve Bluebonnet Learning,
David.
continuation of its use.
Second?
Yeah, I'll second. I was just gonna comment that I have zero faith in the TEA, but I have a lot of faith in the leadership.
Thank you.
I'll second that too. Okay, we got a second.
And Alicia, this motion includes the transition plan, isn't that correct?
Yes, yes, it would need to include the plan, because that's how we would be able to use the funds, yes.
Motion by David, second by Ed, to approve this Bluebonnet curriculum
And the transition plan.
and the transition plan. Okay. Is there any discussion before we vote? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Anybody opposed, motion passes.
So, Mr. Wells, you're next.
Consider approval of energy service agreement with Amerex.
Amerex.
Okay.
Basically, we're up for renewal for our energy, for our utilities. And so they're the broker that actually goes out and looks for the best deal, competitive, kilowatt per hour, or the kilowatt rates for us to be able to negotiate our contract for our utility usage. And so this is the company that we've been using, that we've been for the last probably 10 or 15 years. And so we are back
How long is that contract?
5 years.
5 years. So if we approve it, this is for a 5-year contract, and it's at that same rate?
Well, what they do is they'll market the rate. So our current structure.
I know that, but I mean, there are costs to
Yes,
Amerex.
yes,
is what I'm-
yes.
And that's, if I understood it, I mean, look to me like a quarter cent per kilowatt. What does that number come to?
Ooh, I don't know that number off the top of my head.
Can we
Yeah, we could.
get it? I mean, I'd just
yeah,
like
we
to
can
know.
get that.
Discussion?
I do want everybody to know that I was really disappointed in Mr. Wells. He had this down at number 10, and so he saw that that was after the closed session.
Oh, wow,
I
thanks.
just want to make sure everybody's clear that he bailed on me. Because I saw that it was down there in 10, and I said, are you sure you want this down there in 10, or do you want this up there in 6? So you can bail before the closed session.
Well, as a guy that's leaving before closed session, I'll make a motion to approve the energy service agreement.
Got a motion, got a second. Motion by Ed, second by David. Is there any discussion? This is nothing, I mean, new. I mean,
No.
as much electricity as we use, we've got to have somebody that markets this stuff and finds us the best rates, because it make a lot of difference. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Anybody opposed? Motion passes.
Okay, so board members, the next one is me, and I would like the board to consider approval of a resolution approving an engagement agreement for co-bond counsel for legal services with Walsh, Gallegos, Kyle Robinson, Roalson PC, and other matters in connection therewith. And so if we approve that, then during closed session, Ms. Castillo, who is in the back and the far right, will be in our closed session to discuss bond ethics.
Any questions about this? Co-bond counsel?
All we would need is a motion for 6C1.
Approving the
So
engagement agreement?
we're approving to go into co-bond for our ethics.
No,
Cover
a co-bond counsel will guide us through the bond process.
Okay.
And so we've already approved half of the bond counsel, and this would be proving the other half of the bond counsel. And
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the engagement agreement for co-bond counsel.
Okay, resolution approving an engagement agreement for co-bond counsel legal services with Walsh, Gallegos, Kyle Robinson, Roalson.
It's mouthful.
Got a motion?
Second.
Second, James. Okay. Any discussion before we vote? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Anybody opposed? Motion passes. So we will have an engagement agreement with them.
so at this point, board members and members of the audience, we will go into closed session. And when we come out of closed session for the newspaper, I know that Valerie will be here to record it, so anything that happens after we come out of closed session will be available for you tomorrow on our website. But that would be a resolution that deals with what we talk about in closed session. So I don't know how many of you want to stay, but you are more than welcome to depart in your vehicles towards home. 10C1, Mr. Wells.
Time is now 6:43, and we will now adjourn into closed session.
Bye, thank y'all. Mark, you been.
Okay, the time is now 7:20, and we will reconvene in open meeting.
Okay, board members, there's one action item under item number 10, discussion and action.
Establishing the district's intention to reimburse itself for prior lawful expenditure of funds relating to constructing and equipping various district improvements from the proceeds of tax exempt obligations to be issued by the district for authorized purposes, authorizing other matters incident and related thereto, and providing an effective date.
Second. Second by James. Is there any discussion before we vote? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Anybody opposed? Motion passes.
Board members, just a real quick note, I appreciated Mr. Vallejo, Ms. Mahovitz, and Ms. Smith attending the Wharton County Day in the Capitol yesterday. I think it was a very good opportunity for the school district to collaborate with our city and county elected leaders and also business leaders. Mr.
good.
Primo was there also, so,
Were you on the bus?
Yeah.
How was the bus ride home? Was it better?
Yeah, less near-death experience.
we heard about that.
I've heard that from several people today.
That sounded bad.
Yeah, I was trying to take a nap when it happened.
You were wide awake after that.
Pam had said she has to just let me off.
Well, and just for the camera and the public to notice, I had a personal visit with Representative Buckley's staff, so I got to meet with his personal staff, and then Representative Buckley spoke to the group, Senator Huffman spoke to the group, and Representative Kitzman spoke to the group. We also heard from the Department of Agriculture and the Comptroller's Office, and they presented information to the Wharton County group, so it was very beneficial. And I also want to mention for the record that one of the highlights happened to be that David Vallejo, unbeknownst to him, got to be on the floor of the House of Representatives when his cousin, the son of Roy P. Benavides, one of the Congressional Medal of Honor winners, was recognized by the Texas legislature for his Medal of Honor that he received in what year when you went?
44 years ago, 1981.
1981, so that was pretty cool. He got
Yeah.
to see his cousin.
It was very impressive, yeah.
I was down with the political actions that were going on, but I did want everybody to know that all three board members expressed to me that it was a very solemn moment, and in the chaos of what typically happened on the House floor and what was happening prior to that point, it was obvious that those individuals
Had great respect
had
Yes.
great respect.
and honor.
Yeah, because they
And-
got very quiet for once.
And one of our graduates, Noel's son, Matthew, who works for Stan Kitzman, had an opportunity to work with us yesterday and also address the audience. So he's an El Campo graduate.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was good. It was a good day.
I was tired at the end of the day.
Got anything else?
That's it.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up. The time is now 7:25, and there being no further business on the agenda to come before this meeting, I now declare the meeting adjourned.